Hey YouTube, Dread Joker here, and before we start the review, I need a weapon. This has been a long time coming. I forgot where I put this for the longest time. It was in my room, a box collapsed, and then I found it. Yeah. This took me a little too long to find, but you can find this very cheap now. Getting this right out of the way, yes, I recommend this. It's not worth more than $25. It's straight up not. If somebody's trying to sell this to you for $40, $50, make sure you're getting two of them. That's all I'm going to say. This is the Sprukits Level 3 Master Chief. Now, let me before we get into this, let me give you a little history on the Sprukits line because not everybody is familiar with it. Roughly, let's see here. They actually did not put a date on this box. But I want to say roughly about the time Toys R Us started going bankrupt. So 2014-ish. It was about the same time LBX was airing on Nicktoons. So about that same time, Toys R Us started buying up these lines called Sprukits. They were trying to be, introduce the model kits back to everybody like how they did with Zoids and everything. The problem is, when they came out, this was $67 at Toys R Us. This did not sell there at all. The LBX, there was level 1, level 2, and that was it for the LBX. The level 1s were candy toys. I reviewed Hunter and Achilles way back in the day. So, back in the dark ages of my reviews. Those are alright. They wanted $10 for those when they came out. I picked them up for $2. They wanted $25 each for the level 2 LBX. That's a bit of a stretch because the hyper functions, which are essentially the master grades, are $25 or thereabouts. And they are worlds apart. You didn't come here to hear me rant about the history of Sprukits, however. You came here to watch a review about Sierra 117. So, getting right into it, I'm just going to get the size comparisons out first. So, I'm just going to put this in side by side, and y'all tell me if you see something wrong with the cannon. I'm going to tell you, in my last review, I forgot to mention that the Master Grade Common Rider kit I have is technically 1/8 scale, not 1/100th scale, because it's based off a real person or a real suit. I'm just going to slide this in here, and y'all tell me if you see something wrong with the cannon. So, if Chief is technically supposed to be 1/8 scale, and in the armor he's about 7 foot, 7'10", somewhere in between there, that means doubles Andre the fucking Giant, okay? The scaling here is not anywhere near accurate. Master Chief deserves more height. But getting double out of here, you actually get a lot in this box. Like, if you can pick this up cheap, definitely go for it. This, the build is, I don't want to say it's involved. It's, if you've ever built the Re 100 Gun EZ, it's a lot like that. So, the reason why I mentioned Re 100 is, by modern definition, this would be one. And if you hear any loud clacking, that would be my brother breaking shit by accident. I'm looking so forward to hearing him plead for me to repair it after this review. But this is a good size figure. It's got decent articulation. Some areas need a lot of work. I have done no additional work with this, by the way. This is straight up straight assembly. There is no lining. The only sticker I have applied is the one on the visor, not counting the ones on the weapons, because he has a few weapons. So doing a quick spin, this is the Halo 4 version. you can only get the Halo 4 version, so anybody thinking, oh wow, I can get the Halo 2 or the Halo 3 version. Sadly, no. This brand sold so poorly that there's only 2 level 3s in existence, and it's Master Chief and Batman. Arkham City Batman. I mean, they picked a good Batman to go with, but why Batman? Because they released this right about the time Halo 4 came out, and Halo 4 started introducing some different characters. I personally would have loved to see the Arbiter, but after what happened with the LBX Hunter for the level 2, yeah, no. But you do get some interesting accessories with this. You get, in his hands right now, he does have a bunch of interchangeable hands. So anybody looking for like posable hands, sorry, you're not going to get any of those here. And they are pretty much exclusive to this kit, so you can't even get a set of different ones and swap them in. The pistols, I mean, they're the Halo 2 the Halo Monster Magnum. It makes return, you get 2 of them. There's no stickers on them, which is good. To attach them onto the kit, you either use the hands, which are the same for all of the weapons, or you use this adapter segment here, which will let you insert the pistol into the leg. Like, you insert the lock here into the armor, then you would insert the pistol into there, and that's how it would be held. You get 2 of these, so he actually can wield all of his accessories at once, if that's what some of you are wondering. Yes, he can do it. These locks do not hold onto the pistols the best. Other accessories. I mean, it wouldn't be Master Chief unless he was sporting one of his big honkin' rifles, and luckily, they give you both of them. So you've got his classic Halo assault rifle here, which this is everybody's go-to weapon against the Flood. It's this, a shotgun, or a rocket launcher. In my case, all of the above plus a tank. The rifles have stickers on them, but it's exactly what you'd expect. The ammo indicator here, that's a sticker. Then on the battle rifle receives more stickers than the entire kit does, not counting decals. So I haven't fully decaled this up because some of the stickers make no sense. It's ugly orange stripes that really don't fit this. But you've got the ammo indicator down here, the rear scope here, and the forescope here. I like these. These are cool guns. He holds them pretty well. Let me just get the pistol out, and as you can see, it's just the way a Re 100 would hold, which is why I compared it to a Re 100. So let's get the arm out of the way, get this in there, and if you put the fingers the correct way, they go on a lot better. And there you go. Master Chief is now holding his patented battle rifle. Also included in this, in case you're having trouble getting it to stand, they do give you this action base, if you can even call it that. It has 1 position. You're looking at it. The neck, however, has 3. You're looking at one of them now. Not counting backwards and all the way back, which, why would you? You can go 1, that's another position, and 2. That's another position. But the way this secures into Master Chief, you're not going to want to use any more than the complete right angle pose. You take the cap off his rear skirting, saying Gundam, and now you can impale Master Chief. Surprisingly, yes, Chief can go planking on a spike. I will pause now for y'all to go down to the comments and make, you know, spike up his ass jokes all you want. We done? Okay, moving on with the review. Now, he does stand on this pretty well, and you do get a spot for his little ass armor to go. It really just rests in there. And barely at that. But to get the other weapons stored on him, you're going to have to use these adapter segments. You push them up into his back like this, take the rifle. I think I'm using the wrong one now. Because one of these was for the rifle, and the... Okay, yeah, I'm using the wrong one. That's the one for the battle rifle. So the assault rifle uses a different one. They are slightly different sized. Oh, go figure. That's almost 3mm, and this is almost 4mm, so yeah. You learn new things every day around here, especially me. So you can get the assault rifle hooked up on him just fine. And he can hold everything just fine as long as you don't really touch him. But getting into the articulation, and I'm just going to... You didn't see that. Like I said, re 100 engineering. So... The head can go... It's pretty blocked, I'm not going to lie. He can look up, but you gotta... His head is on a weird joint system, so in order for him to actually look up where he's actually looking up, you have to bring his head forward as far as it'll go, then tilt it, then start tilting it. Then he can look slightly up. He does have really, really good upper body pivot. I will give this kit a lot, because it has a couple of ball joints in it. So you've got a ball joint here and a ball joint here. And together, you get a lot of good wiggle out of it. You've also got ball-jointed shoulder pads. Well, that's not true. They're not really ball-jointed so much as they're just shoulder pads resting on ball joints. You've got ball-jointed shoulders. They go up so he can T-pose a little bit, but depending on how tight yours is, he might start drooping with the rifle in his hand, because it is a little heavy, which is why I leave with the pistols. Plus, I mean, it's Chief. He's always looking better with 2 pistols in his hand. This ain't reach. Hips, there is no way in hell he's going to do the splits. You have to drop, like... That's it. You're looking at the splits for Chief. He is a Spartan, not a ballerina. But he is good at making right angles with his crotch. Why is it a right angle? Because anything that isn't right is wrong. Going forward on the hips, he's got good forward. He's got a decent double-jointed knee. Unfortunately, you're not going to get any more than this without pulling it apart. And in case you're wondering what the nubs are like on this, you're probably seeing most of them now. They're not very big, because this kit uses very thin nub plate or gates, so you can actually just pull this directly from the runners, no tool needed at all. Just make sure you follow the manual. Ankle, you get pretty good ankle out of it. The armor sections, I'm not gonna lie, this kit is one of those things that would probably benefit from securing some parts. Just glue some on and it will probably do better in the long run. But overall though, you get decent levels of articulation out of it. You can get a good lunge. You can actually get some of his Halo 3 poses out of this. Not a lot, but you can get a bunch out of them. Let's see if I can get him at least balanced here. Come on, Chief. Okay. I got him doing the Crouch and Dragon hidden noob. So I am gonna say that this is a good kit for beginners. If you want something big and you're a Halo fan, this is the kit to pick up. And not just because it is the only kit to pick up. I also have some of the level 2 sprue kits that Halo did. Anybody who has ever built the 1/12 scale, essentially high grades for the Star Wars figures, they are pretty much using the exact same joints for better or worse. So if you've ever had Boba Fett break his arm and it refuses to go back on, it uses those exact same joints. I can say one thing, you will likely never see those Star Wars figures here on my channel. I had Darth Vader for less than 24 hours. I opened the box, looked at him, saw that everything on him that was not black was a sticker, and returned it. His cape was permanently molded. Why is that bad? It's Darth Vader. Think about it. But yes, I do recommend this kit. If you can pick this up for $25 or less, this is an absolute steal. This is a customizer's dream right here, because you can use the parts here. This uses almost standard polycaps, so you can swap these parts around with almost any master grade you want. Keep in mind I said almost. And it will let you do some interesting combinations. So you could have the Granddaddy Gundam with the monster magnums from Halo 1 if you want. If that's really what you want, you can totally do it. With a little bit of modification, of course. But yes, thank you so much for watching the review and listening to me ramble. I'm not exactly all here right now. I'm a little distracted with problems at home, but thank you so much for sticking around with me and just listening to me ramble and me trying to get some semblance of sanity back. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just want to talk, please join me in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to get back to you. And thank you very much for watching. Peace.